Yun lang yung positive na pwede kong ma-share during this online class na nangyari sa akin. So, there you go. Thank you everyone for listening, and God bless, stay safe, and see you soon sa university.
Hello, my name is Torres de Guzman. I'm a aviation maintenance tech student at the University of Perpetual Help. Today I'd like to briefly talk about some of my experiences as an online student at Perpetual. Now, my situation's a bit unusual compared to most students in that I'm an older student. To give you some background, I am a mechanical engineer working from home for a multinational company. Typically, I travel internationally about 6 or more times per year. In fact, one year I traveled 12 times in that year, so I was on a plane once a month. However, when the pandemic hit, that came to an abrupt end, and I found myself stuck at home with too much spare time doing nothing. Now, being a person who doesn't like to waste time doing nothing, I decided to put that excess time into good use by finding ways to improve myself. With the pandemic restricting a lot of activities outside the home, pursuing further education online seemed like the perfect fit in more ways than one. So what's the advantage of taking online courses when anyone can pretty much learn any of these topics on the internet and they can find it easily? Well, with online classes, you have an instructor to guide you along the way, and it's a two-way communication with the instructor, so you can ask questions if a topic confuses or perplexes you. Your classmates may also ask a question that you had not thought about, and the ensuing discussion can further give insight to the topic being discussed. So it's a truly interactive class. It's just like being in the classroom without physically going to a classroom. The other great benefit I found by taking online classes is that it's not necessary to travel to school, taking daily transportation or driving a car. This saves a lot of costs in fuel and in transportation fares, and especially the time spent waiting around in traffic. For my particular case, the savings in time is the most important because I also have my full-time work. Overall, I'm very grateful that this opportunity arose to enroll in online classes. Without these courses from Perpetual Help and the benefits that they provide, it would be impossible for me to pursue further education during this pandemic with my unique situation. So that's all I have to say. Thank you for your time and have a great day.
Hi, I'm Roosevelt Imperial, currently taking Bachelor of Science in Aircraft Maintenance Technology. What I miss the most in face-to-face class is the laboratory classes because I enjoy the process of learning and how you will deal the pressure of deadlines, and of course, interacting with my co-aviation students. For me, the advantages of this online class are: first, it can cost less due to unnecessary laboratory facilities; second, reduced travel expenses; and third, lectures and other materials are electronically sent to the students. At the same time, students have the freedom to juggle their personal time to their best interest. Most importantly, the main purpose of this system is to protect us from COVID-19. What I've learned in this online class are boosting your own brain and keep it healthy, because this system is not easy for us, like me who is accustomed to study with friends before and then now more on like video call and chat na lang. So you should know your learning style para mas maging madali para sa iyo to understand the lessons. Lastly, build self-discipline and accountability. Yeah, that's really important. In the midst of this pandemic, we all know that the online classes that have been set up is not easy since may mga students na hindi masyadong familiar or updated sa technology and lack of learning materials for online classes like internet, laptop, mobile phones, and quiet space at home. But we are still trying to keep up and adapt to the new education system. For students who are struggling and almost drained mentally and emotionally with this pandemic, rest for a while. It's normal. It's okay to take a break and do your best after. We will not let this global pandemic stop any of us from becoming who we want to be in the future. Keep moving forward. All of you are part of something larger than yourselves. Give everything that you can. Never give up. Stay strong, stay healthy, and be resilient. Fighting!
The pandemic created a huge impact not only on businesses, tourism, but also in our education. The traditional face-to-face classes are still suspended due to the widespread of the virus at this moment. But big thanks to our technology, it made us possible to conduct our classes virtually. There are a lot of advantages that we can get from this online learning. First is that we don't need to wake up early in the morning just to prepare for school. We don't need to prepare much of it. We just have to wake up, put our laptops on, and then we just wait for our professors to announce if there are classes or none. The second is that we can manage our time easily since we are doing our classes in the comforts of our home. And lastly is that we are learning while keeping ourselves free from those virus. Because health is wealth. Health is something that we give more importance as we experience this pandemic. A lot of people have been tested positive for the virus, but what we need to do as we attend in our online class is to be positive. Positive thoughts, positive mindset, and be optimistic, be determined as you are. We should never waver our education just because of this pandemic, but we should be more inspired, more driven to attain our goals and to finish our studies. So I encourage all of our students, my friends, my classmates, and also my batchmates to attend our classes even if it's done virtually, because it will really help us in achieving our goals. It will really put us into that man that we've envisioned, to the person that we've ever dreamed of, and to the professional we always wanted to be. And I think it is online classes, it will be virtual classes, virtual graduation that will put us there. So we need just to adapt and to go with the flow. And always remember this line, carpe diem. It's always is the day. It's now or never. If you will be wasting your time just because of the pandemic, well, there are a lot of opportunities that you may miss in the near future. Thank you.
Hello, Perpetualites and future Perpetualites. I am Waysen Joel Arregmalos, a second-year BS Aviation Electronics Technology or simply BS AVT student of University of Perpetual Health System Delta Las Piñas. I am here today to provide insight about the satisfactions and benefits of you enrolling and choosing University of Perpetual Health System Delta Las Piñas. So, ako po ay isang probinsyana. I am residing in Naga City, Camarines Sur in Bicol Province. To calculate almost 10 hours travel time between Bicol to Las Piñas. So, With this struggle, how did I still end up in UPHSD and why did I still choose UPHSD? In our country, we are very much aware that aviation-related courses is one of the rare courses that a certain college institution would offer. Unlike sa mga engineering, architecture, or nursing courses, almost all types of institutions offer these courses. Sa mga courses talaga in line with the field of aviation, very limited lang ang schools na nag-offer ng ganito. In my case, when I was still seeking for the school where I will pursue my studies, I considered 3 factors. So, number 1, the first factor is the school's influence to my future job or career. So, sa aviation industry, sobrang hirap makapasok na trabaho because very limited lang ang job opportunities. With this dilemma, ina-assess talaga rigorously ang isang applicant by, of course, evaluating his or her credentials and even the credentials of his or her school where he or she came from. So, for me, UPHSD is one of the best aviation school that can cater my needs and can amplify my learnings and experiences or skills that can greatly contribute in appraising my credentials. Secondly, the second factor is the school's facilities, programs, and services. Since I am currently taking BS Aviation Electronics Technology, the usage of machineries, tools, equipments, instruments, or apparatuses, and also the implementation of skill-related program and services is very much substantial as I strengthen my knowledge, skills, and understanding in this type of field. So, I firmly believe that UPHSD is the best venue in providing these necessaries. The third factor is the school's reputation and credibility. The Commission on Higher Education, or popularly known as CHED, grant an autonomous status to UPHSD, in which this status is one of the highest status that a CHED can grant to any higher learning institutions for their academic commitment to excellence and for their institutional sustainability and enhancement. Through this recognition, UPHSD is very much privileged to determine and prescribe their curricular programs to enhance and achieve global competencies. So, despite of the reason na malayo ang UPHSD from where I came from, my urge, my eagerness, and my desire to study in this institution still prevails because of these well-founded reasons. So, itong mga rason na itong ang naging basis ko kung bakit kinonsider ako UPHSD as the best venue where I will fulfill my dreams. So, just like me, I hope na you will choose and still continue to patronize the prominence of University of Perpetual Help System Dalta Las Piñas.
Alright, so we'll now proceed to the discussion of the human factor in aviation safety. Go ahead, Ian. We're so excited to learn from this. Go ahead.
Yes, sir. Good afternoon. So for our discussion about human factor in aviation safety, I'd like to call on also our guest speaker for today, which is Mr. Elmer Eclarinal from Philippine Aerospace Development Corporation, and Ms. Vivian Cordero, currently the Safety and Quality Compliance Manager for the Hawker Pacific Asia, together with Mr. Victor Iranela, one of our avionics technical faculty, is also a resource speaker in various aviation talks about or webinars in the field of aviation electronics. So today we were going to discuss briefly about the importance of human factor and why it is integrated in the curricula offerings of the University of Perpetual Health. Okay, so human factor is about, of course, the science of people working primarily concerned with the understanding about human capabilities. it is very important for us to cater the needs of the well-being of our manpower resources. So as early as of this moment, students engaged in the aviation industry should be familiar with the culture of the airline industry, such as the importance of the safety management as well as the human errors that cause the major loss for the airline revenues. No? So um, why is it important? So the human factor is important in the integration of curriculum because we need to train our students to value the importance of not only the assets of the airline industry, but also the importance about doing the teamwork, which really affects their professional career. So I would like to call on Ms. Vivian Cordero and Mr. Eclarenal and Mr. Vicarenal to give their insights about the importance of human
Okay, I'll go first. I'm Joy. I'll go first.
go ahead to thank you.
Then Miss Vivian and Sir Vic will aviation team, the whole technical skills in general. These are very important for safe and efficient aviation maintenance fulfillment. When you say human factors, ang tawag diyan ngayon dati human error, human mistakes. Now, to cover the issue of errors, ang tinatawag natin ngayon diyan is human factors. Now, what are those factors that affect the efficiency, the technical skills that will go as you finish, as you fulfill the job of repair, overhaul in the aircraft. Now, to tell you more about the the more deeper meaning of human factor, I will pass this time to Miss Bibian to add something on what I just said. Ma'am Bibian.
Hi, good afternoon. So, the topic for this afternoon is about human factor. So, when we say human factor, it is an interactions of us, human, with the hardwares, with the aircraft. Now, okay, let me inform everybody that sa aviation industry, yung ating mga errors, that is the first and foremost na dinideal sa human factors. It is yung sinabi nga, human errors is human factors. Now, it is divided into categories. No? Meron siyang tinatawag na categories. Meron tayong unintended at saka intended actions ng human factors. So, kung i-define pa natin siya, it will be another, makikita natin into a deeper side kung ano talaga ang reasons ba't nagkakaroon ng human factor. Now, in our industry, yung mga human error na nangyayari, 100% natin ilagay natin sa statistic. 20% ng human errors or human factor is contributed lang ng design failures, ng component malfunctions, ng mga hardware malfunctions. Ang 80% ng mga errors within the aviation industry comes from human factor. And ang human factors na nagko-contribute doon sa error na yan, sa 80% na yan, is yung sangkot dyan yung mga mental state ng mga mekaniko, yung mga lahat na nagtatrabaho sa aviation industry, flight crew, air traffic controller, maintenance engineer, mga aircraft dispatcher. So yung concern nila dyan, yung reasons ng kanilang errors is nanggagaling sa mental state, human capabilities, human limitations, emotional state, physical state, and environmental conditions. So doon pumapasok, doon naglalaro ang ating human factors. Doon natin wini-weigh, doon tayong mag-a-apply to prevent any maintenance malfunctions na magko-contribute doon sa tinatawag nating system failure or maintenance malfunction sa ating facility. And to elaborate or to give another aspect ng human factor, papasok ko rin push kay Sir Vic. Sir Vic?
Thank you, Miss Vivian and Sir Elmer. So, nabanggit nyo naman po lahat ng mga factors affecting the human performance ang ating mga mechanics. No? As a mechanic, yung aircraft mismo is gawa mismo ng tao po, di ba? And yun, alam natin yung mga tao, nagkakamali, di ba? So lahat yan, yung mga ginagawa ng tao, it's possible na magkaroon ng mga failure, lalo-lalo sa mga measurement or installation, or magkamali tayo ng pag-replace ng mga spare parts na nasira. So papasok din dyan yung mga personal problems ng mekaniko na yon, and kung hindi ba siya masyadong dun sa kanya mga ka-workmates, kung masyadong toxic yung company na pinaggagalawan niya. So lahat po yun papasok sa human factor. And hindi natin siya basta-basta ma-eliminate, but we could suppress it to its minimum level, no? By magkakaroon ng mga seminars para maano sila, yung mga mekaniko, malaman nila yung mga factors na yun na nakaka-affect sa kanilang performance. So, ayun, as our technology progresses or advanced, no, so yung mga equipments po natin sa aeroplano, we're now in digital age or digital era. So marami na pong mga kumbaga mga delikado and most especially sensitive yung ating mga components na makikita natin sa aircraft. So as a mechanic, we need to have the proper knowledge and the skill on how to replace it or maintain it, because our main objective here is to make the aircraft airworthy. So yun lang naman po yung may add ko. So nasabi niyo naman po, sir and ma'am. So
Yes, sir. So thank you, Sir Eclarinal, Ma'am Vivian, and Sir Vic. So to wrap up about the significant features of the human factor, no, that's why we need to integrate the human factor in the AMT and avionics curricula, because we need to understand each discipline and the application of the human factor in the different human behavior, di ba? And then be able to um, recognize potential human factors and address them before it could lead to any incidents or accidents in the aviation industry. So that is why human factor is very crucial in the aviation industry. So thank you for giving us insights about the importance of human factor. That's why most of our students indicator talaga natin yung holistic well-being nila, kasi we don't only focus on the technical skills as I have mentioned earlier, di ba? But also their psychological, di ba? Yung mga those students who are having anxieties, depression, we used to refer them to our guidance counselor or guidance council office to give them the appropriate advice or kung ano ba yung kailangan nila regarding sa mga issues and struggles that they are currently facing. So we are really grateful for the support of our guidance office. So with that, we will proceed po with the testimonials of our alumni to also give the aviation students insights about their careers as of this moment. So thank you, and let's watch the presentation.
Habang nakikinig ako kay DJ kanina, napapatingin talaga ako eh. Kasi we're talking about importance of human factor. While discussing this topic, no, I did some research. Talaga naman po palang, it involves a lot of skills, no? Most especially, yung tinatawag nilang affecting how people do their jobs. Yun yung pinaka-importante talaga doon, no? Na it involves communication and decision making. Sir Elmer, ba't nangyayari yung ganyan halimbawa, no? Well, knock on wood. And we have witnessed yung mga eroplanong bumabagsak, yung mga eroplanong na-aksidente, no? So, paano natin talaga nare-resolve, if ever, or maiiwasan yung mga ganung pangyayari, Sir Elmer?
To answer you, Sir Aris, we as aircraft mechanic, we always follow the what is written in the maintenance manual so that you will not be hindi ka madidiskaril. What we normally do when we do something on an aircraft, we always follow the maintenance manual, the maintenance procedures that will be done to accomplish a certain task on an aircraft in a safe and efficient manner para maiwasan natin yung mga accidents na yan. Now, there are a lot of factors which affect the human errors. For example, one is pressure. Pressure. Pag ikaw ay nasa trabaho and your boss is pressuring you, dapat hindi ka magpapadala sa pressure. 'Di ba? You have to tell the boss, this requires a lot of important knowledge, important doings na kailangan namin matapos. Wag mo kami pressure and we will do the job. We will do the job at a certain time just to make this aircraft airworthy. Yon, Sir Aris.
That's nice. How about you, Sir Nelson, one of our alumni students? Are you still there, Nelson Dayaw? As maintenance trainee operations, no? What is your takeaway on that concern? How we manage is like what Sir Elmer said. So one of the reasons then, yung pressure. So ganun din ba as maintenance training operations, Sir Nelson?
Most of the time po talaga is marami yung pressure na nasa balikat ng mga mechanic, especially pag hinahabol yung deadline ng mga aircraft. Kasi may certain deadline yung mga aircraft pero hindi siya usually nami-meet because of some delays gaya ng mga unexpected na kailangang palitan sa aircraft na nakita lang while maintaining aircraft. So minsan talaga malaking pressure sa mga mekaniko.
Okay. Mukhang nawala ata si Sir Nelson. Nawala si Sir Nelson. Hindi ko nakuha yung last part na sinabi ni Sir. So while waiting for Joy, maybe we could ask our alumni students to share kung ano yung mga pwede nilang naibigay na tips on how to prepare ourselves as grade 12 students. So we'd like to call on John, Sian Mabida. Sian, okay? So before we end our program, kasi we'll be hearing a lot of testimonials from our alumni students. Nandiyan pa ba si Sian? Si John Christian Mabida. So, before we end our ayan, nawala na siguro dahil nagkakaproblema nga tayo sa ating internet, because ang lakas talaga ng ulan. So, Dean Joy, are you ready for the testimonials? If not, maybe we could ask na Sir Nelson Dayo, balik tayo sa, ayan na si Dean. Dean, okay. So, let's hear the students or alumni testimonials. So, everybody, focus your attention on the screen. Panoorin natin to.
Perpetual Help System Delta with a course of Aviation Electronics Technology class of 2013. My most memorable experience in college is doing exciting projects given to me by my professors like Boolean logic gates, transformers, hovercrafts, and many more. And of course, the different activities in our school like University Week, Engineering Weeks, and so many more. Perpetual will help you to be prepared and equip this career. Right now, I'm an aircraft mechanic here at Lufthansa Technique Philippines. I'm 5 years and counting here. Being in this job in this pandemic time is a very difficult, full of retrenchment, layoffs, and limited days of work. But don't be discouraged to those aspiring future aviation people, because when everything backs to normal, you'll enjoy the fulfillments and benefits being in this industry.
Hi guys, my name is John Michael Maulabnan, 26 years old. I graduated last 2014 with a course of Aviation Electronics Technology, or also known as Avionics. Currently, I'm working as an avionics technician here at Etihad Airways Engineering, Heavy Maintenance in Abu Dhabi. I've been here for 5 years now. Working in an airline is challenging and also fun. Challenging because sometimes you need to deal with time pressure, you need to think quickly and find a solution before the aircraft depart. It's also fun because you're thinking differently. You know how the system works. You're not just a normal passenger. But during this COVID-19 pandemic, I think the airline or the aviation industry is affected the most. Because due to the travel restrictions, means that there will be less flights, and then more aircraft will be in preservation. So my advice to you guys, always watch your attitude. Attitude is like a flat tire. You cannot go anywhere unless you change it. And choose aviation if only you want to be in aviation. Because there's a saying, if you choose a career that you really like, you don't need to work a single day in your life. Good luck, guys.
Good day, my name is Ben Pagaspas, alumnus of University of Perpetual Help, System Delta School of Aviation, year 2015 with the course of AMT, and also one of our pioneers of BSAMT, year 2017. Previously, I was a student of a different school where I was taking up aeronautical engineering. However, due to the career change of plan, I have decided to transfer to University of Perpetual Help, which is the best decision I've made regarding my studies. Transferring to University of Perpetual Help taught me a lot. I became part of our marketing strategy, where we'd go to different schools and talk about the courses that we offer. This is what we call the career talk. Being part of the career talk, I was able to nourish and as well as improve my communication skills. I am grateful to have chosen this establishment as a stepping stone to my chosen career. As we all know, University of Perpetual Help School of Aviation has one of the best instructors out there. Not to mention that you could always talk to them like they are our peers. And the same goes to our admins, the staffs. They are always there extending their arms to help and guide us. I am telling you this because I believe that our instructors and as well as our staffs are the one that helps us and mold us into someone that we're about to become to our chosen career. I also believe that this is the best memories I have as a student, having the second family. I can still remember when I was a student, I would seek for our instructor's advice about how and what to expect on the field, since they are the ones who has experience. This has helped me prepared and be ready to what culture there would be. Currently, I am working with Lufthansa Technique, an MRO, maintenance, repair, and overhaul company located at Villamor Air Base, as an aircraft mechanic for almost 4 years now. I am currently assigned at Terminal 2 where we handle line maintenance for Philippine Airlines. During this pandemic, aviation industry took the biggest hit. Flights cancelled and aircrafts being preserved because of the travel ban. But our work didn't stop there. We had to make sure that these aircrafts are airworthy up until their next flight. While most of us are at home with their family, we aircraft mechanics are at the airport, making sure that the aircraft that are for repatriations are on their best conditions. Sometimes we feel anxious and as well as exhausted with the workload and minimal manpower, but it also feels good knowing that our OFWs and their families get to come home from different countries using the aircrafts that we maintain. My advice to you aspiring students is to study very hard. I can still remember when I was applying for cadetship to this certain company. They do not give exams to those who lack requirements, but since my grade isn't that bad, I was the only one given a chance to take the exams with my requirements to be follow-up. So having good grades always gives you a head start. So see you on the field, and God bless you all.
Hello and good day to everyone. I would like to take this opportunity to take a short time of yours to motivate and inspire all of you regarding our chosen aviation career. But first, let me introduce myself. I am John Cyrus Umali, and I am a University of Perpetual School of Aviation alumnus from batch 2011 up to 2013. It is of great help that I studied in Perpetual School of Aviation. It is because of the facility that they have, so I was able to practice and develop my basic cognitive skills, and as well as their instructors. Most of their subject matters were pertaining to actual aircraft in the industry, and I took up aviation electronics technology. And as you all know, studying aircraft maintenance is a challenging and an exciting career to take. The challenge starts during your university days, and one of the challenges that I remembered while I was still studying was our last group project for the last semester. The project was to assemble an Airbus A380 RC plane modified with an actual exterior lights. So let me show you the sample of our project. And all of those initial experiences that I encountered helped me to have an advantage in my chosen career. Because of that, I got an opportunity to land my first job in Cathay Pacific Airways as a line maintenance mechanic in Manila Station. Right there and then, I got a chance to work overseas, and I am currently employed in Saudi Engineering as a wide-body avionics technician. I can say being an aircraft technician was a rewarding and a fulfilling job, especially every time you meet the company's expectation and get an appreciation letters. And now that we are facing this pandemic, aviation industry was severely affected. Too many employees had their salaries deducted, and some were even laid off. It is indeed a tough time for the people working in aviation sector. Aircrafts were sent to be under a long storage program for preservation. But take note of this. The thing is that in order to do these programs, aircraft mechanics and technicians are still needed to perform those preservation procedures. And it has to be monitored from time to time. Servicing is still required so that whenever the aircrafts are needed, it can be returned back to service right away. So, with that being said, in short, even the aircrafts were not flying, maintenance is still required. So, without further ado, I wish the future aspirants to never lose hope and just continue pursuing your dreams. because aviation will surely rise again in due time, and future maintenance will be needed for the industry recovery. So I just want you to remember this same attitude over altitude. So good luck everyone and stay safe.
I hope you will learn a lot from our speaker and be able to expand your horizon and be one of the best aviation professionals in the years to come. So thank
This is
you.
our first aviation line maintenance webinar. When you think about line maintenance, what is the first image that comes to mind?
It's another opportunity for us to learn. Kasi di ba may webinar tayo today?
Okay. On a Cessna 150 aircraft, how many engines on a Cessna 150 aircraft?
One.
Okay, good.
For our for the SAC evaluation for the SAC, and the second one is for your attendance and certificate that will be sent to you via email. Please,
Director, Dr. Alfonso H. Loreto. Our hardworking School of Aviation OIC, Ms. Joy P. Lozano.
Us, hence the success. Not let the learning and conversations of this gathering die, but instead, may this continue to ruminate within us and bear fruit in our ministries. May all the matters discussed serve as a catalyst to move us forward.
Turn the music up, I got my records on. I shut the world outside until the lights come on. Maybe the streets are light, maybe the trees are gone, but I feel my heart start beating to my favorite song. And all the kids they dance, all the kids all night until Monday morning. It feels another life. I turn the music up, I wanna roll this time, and heaven is inside.
We've learned a lot from this presentation. So once again, we would like to thank you so much to our students, Finam Jethro Garcia, our BSA VT second year, our student council president, and of course, Ms. Michelle B. Malvarosa, BSA and the second year. Thank you so much. Mr. Kyle Christian Anda, maraming salamat. And of course, to our alumni, Sir Nelson Dayo, thank you so much. Sir John Christian Mabida, and of course to our resource speakers, maraming salamat po kay Ms. Vivian V. Cordero, Mr. Elmer T. Eclarinal, and Mr. Victor Iraniela. Din, this is it. What do you want to tell to each and everyone? Would you like to invite them to be part of the School of Aviation family? Go ahead, Din.
I would like to thank everyone for participating in this marketing campaign of the University of Perpetual Health featuring the School of Aviation. So our enrollment is now ongoing. Should you wish to be part of our School of Aviation, we have 3 online examinations currently ongoing na rin po, and don't hesitate to call our admission department for the requirements po. So thank you everyone, and maraming salamat po sa lahat ng students namin na nag-contribute and participate para sa event na to, together with our full support from our technical faculties din po. Salamat po sa lahat, and sa ating mga
On that note, we would like to thank you so much din, of course, sa ating School of Aviation family. Maraming salamat po sa inyo. And of course, to all our Facebook and YouTube viewers, thank you so much. Altacom, headed by Ma'am Rowena Morta, maraming salamat po. ITS, headed by Sir Tony. Sales and Marketing Department, headed by our Sales and Marketing Manager, Ms. Leia Cerisi Chua, maraming salamat po. And of course, to all our FB, Facebook, and YouTube viewers, maraming salamat po. By the way, do not forget to like, share, and subscribe, and hit the notification bell to receive the latest video uploads of our U-Perps TV channel. For you to know more about our program offerings, all you have to do is to visit our website at www.perpetualdelta.edu.ph. On behalf of our Chief Executive Officer, Chairman of the Board Founder, Dr. Brigadier General Antonio Laprel Tamayo, our CEB Chair Co-Founder, Dr. Daisy Moran Tamayo, our University of Perpetual Health System Data President, Dr. Anthony Jose Moran Tamayo, our Perpetual Health Medical Center President, Lieutenant Colonel Richard Antonio Moran Tamayo, our Executive Vice President, Dr. Alfonso H. Loreto, and of course our School Director, Dr. Arnaldo S. Tiguson. We would like to thank you so much po sa inyong lahat. This has been your host, Aris Anchola, saying, keep safe and well. Always remember, be ahead and achieve the University Edge, because we are virtual ready University. Thank you so much for joining us, and thank you for watching U-Perps TV.
Helpers of God, we will never stop training the mind, the heart and the hand of our dear perpetual lights. We are virtual ready University. U-Perps TV, our university's edge. Quality education is our pledge. UPHSD, unparalleled perpetual lives, helpers of God, smart dynamic. UPHSD, unparalleled perpetual lives, helpers of God, smart dynamic. We are virtual ready University. U-Perps TV, our university's edge. Quality education is our pledge. U-Perps TV, U-Perps TV, U-Perps TV, U-Perps TV. Quality education is our pledge. UPHSD, unparalleled perpetual lives, helpers of God, smart, dynamic. UPHSD, unparalleled perpetual lives, helpers of God, smart, dynamic. We are virtual ready university. U-Perps TV, our university edge, quality education.